Wait a few minutes, see if anybody jumps on here. I am late. I was supposed to do this at 7 p.m. I'm in the woods. I do have cell service. There's my tent behind me. Nobody's on here. We'll wait a little bit. Maybe YouTube will shotgun it out, get me some people on here. Maybe no one. If there's anybody on here, could you type a chat? Let me know if you can hear this okay. Not going to stay on very long tonight. I got a great signal. I'm about 1.5 miles from the truck. Hi, Boots. My other phone, I've got 1 to 2 bars. This T-Mobile is really good. Hello, hello, hello from Jimmy Boy. Grim123 can hear clearly. Good. I wanted to talk a little bit about camp safety tonight. My tripod is 1.5 miles from me in the truck, so I'm not going to walk up to get the tripod. I'm really tired. I carried about a 45-pound pack in here, and don't feel like walking back out to the truck to get a tripod, so I'm going to hold the phone tonight. I was going to bring my Jimmy Boy glasses and wear them. I really was, and I forgot them. So they are in the truck too. I've got a stake on the fire. The fire is about 50 yards from where I'm sitting. Star's over there guarding the steak and her hot dogs. I want to talk a little bit about camp safety tonight and what we do for camp safety. Been a lot of reports of people coming up missing, getting killed while camping. All their stuff stolen, and we can talk about what we could. Yeah, I wish I could have come too, Dan, but it's quite a ways up there in Michigan. I think the last time I had that meet up with Jimmy Boy, I was just inside the Ohio line here, and it took me like over 2.5 hours to get there. I think it was called was it Harrison State Park? I forget what the state park was. It was a nice state park. It was just, I think it was like 20 miles from the Michigan line. Ann Ride. That right, I don't have my glasses. A-N-E Ride. Hi, everyone. Boots. Hello, Ann Ride. I've had a couple of things happen to me here today that's kind of freaky. Had a dude walk by a couple times. Just looked up at my camp. This is in a place with they're free camps, but you have to hike in. So you have to pay a price to get to them. And you can't just pull up and open your car up and set up camp. So had a guy walk by here several times and just look up at my camp and keep going, and wouldn't wave, wouldn't say anything. So, I mean, I have ways to keep myself safe, but it's just kind of unsettling when stuff like that happens. Uncle Frog? Who's Uncle Frog? Maybe Uncle Frog's on here and I didn't see it. The Yo. Hello, sir. I'm new here. If you think about it, give us a like and give us a subscribe. We do a lot of adventures. We do a lot of camping, backpacking, tent camping, cargo trailer camping, camper camping, car camping. We do it all. Today I've hiked into a site and made camp. I got my tent behind me here. You can see my tent. A little two-man. The fire is about 50 yards from me. I don't like the fire to be too close to my tent. Yes, stay alert while camping. Boots had some stuff happen that was unsettling. Message held for review. If it's held for review, we're probably just going to let it stay held for review. But, I was thinking about a compass. I have a story one time I got lost. I was hiking in Pennsylvania, and I had cell signal, but I did not pin my location of my truck when I got out. And I got turned around while I was looking for, it was called Elephant Rock, and I was looking for this rock. And I found it, but when I had gotten turned around, and I didn't know which way I was going. And I ended up walking a mile the wrong direction, Star and I did, before I thought, well, I know what general direction I came in, so I'm going to get on here and try to put the GPS on. And I found out my truck was the complete opposite way from where I was walking. Now, what would have happened if I wouldn't have had my GPS signal? I would have been out of luck. No compass. I knew the truck was east of me, and I was walking west. So a compass, I think, is a good thing to stay safe, especially if you're in an area that you don't know. This area I'm in today, I do know. But you guys hear that? Hear how quiet that is? No noise pollution, no cars, no trucks. I like to hear trains once in a while, and probably the only thing I'm going to hear out here is a coyote overnight. Maybe some crickets. Found some leeks, some ramps. You could smell the garlic. I took a little video. I was like 35 feet from them, and you could smell strong garlic coming from them. PA Timber Ghost, hello, hello, hello. Just talking about camp safety, PA Timber Ghost, and some of the stuff that we need to have. I told the story about getting lost and having no compass. Thank goodness I had cell signal and I knew the truck was to the east, but I had walked a mile to the west, and I had gotten turned around. You should always bring a first aid kit. And if you can, which you can't when you're hiking, but a fire extinguisher is good to have. Some type of weapon to protect yourself. I'm telling you, I've had some weird stuff happen here today, and you're going to see it in the video. Right now, things are good, but I almost packed up and went out and left. I had a bad gut feeling. Let's see what this message is held for review. Oh, I suck at streaming. Okay, thank you, Anthony Morgan. Appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by. I guess I'm supposed to, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. We're talking about camp safety. We got 7 watching. We got 5 likes. Thank you for the moderator that handled that. Well, one thing, I don't have my tripod tonight, so I've got to hold my phone in my hand. I'm a mile and a half from my truck, and I'm not going to walk out to get my tripod. And I was going to wear my Jimmy Boy glasses, but I forgot them too. What do you guys do to stay safe when you're camping? I've talked about putting 2 chairs out when you're by yourself. Make people feel that you've got 2 people with 2 chairs. Anybody on here want to chime in? Let us know what you do to stay safe while you're camping. I'm not going to stay on here long, you all. I've got a steak on the fire over there. So maybe 3 or 4 more minutes. You can't put Jimmy Boy to stay safe? Oh. Well, I thought if somebody tried to come into my camp and I put some of them Jimmy Boy glasses on and got down like a bull and started running towards them, snorting and huffing and puffing, that they might turn around and run. Yeah, some of them new flashlights, they've got some serious flashlight power. You could blind somebody with them. Bear spray, good strong pepper spray. Yeah. Oh, you can't camp with Jimmy Boy to stay safe. Oh, you camp with Jimmy Boy to stay safe. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, a lot of times when I try to hold my button in and talk into my phone, it always says something that I didn't really say. But I like it that it's so quiet here tonight. I found a camp in this woods one time when I was coming out here that it looked like the people had been living there for months. I mean, I'm talking about buckets of, urine and feces, and um, it was a mess. It wasn't an established camp. I just run across it when I was off trail. Trip line, well, I've got something coming, you guys, that's going to be game changing. You're going to be able to put it up a half a mile from your camp, and it's going to tell you if a large animal's in the area. And I don't know, I'm going to have to study on it. I don't know whether it would be 360 degrees, 360 degrees, or what. But it sounds like it's going to be good for alerting you if somebody's coming in your camp. And you put the receiver in your tent with you, and you put the other part on a tree somewhere. I think it's going to be a game changer. Trip line with bells, yeah. But I'm not going to stay on here long, you guys. I just wanted to do a live because I said I was going to do a live, and I'm really tired, and I don't have a tripod, and I don't feel like sitting here holding my phone. So, um, yeah, we always do that too, Boots. Yeah, got one of them. Yeah, but I'm always on alert when I'm camping. I think I'm a light sleeper and I wake up easy. So, but listen to that. You hear that? all you hear is the hum of the trees. That's so cool. I might take you over here. Look at this. I want to show you something real quick. I'm going to take you over here and show you this. Now, if I walk over here about, I'm looking behind me, my tent's probably a good 50 yards from this ledge over here, and I hope I don't sleepwalk tonight. Kind of going downhill a little bit now, but if I would happen to sleepwalk and come out here, and you guys can't see it to know how far that actually is down there, but that is a straight drop. Probably another, if I walk another 50 feet, I'm straight down. I walked down to get a water source and to get some water at the stream, and it was a long way down there. A lot of switchbacks, probably a mile and a half. Had to go down and get some water, but you have to go a long way to get to the bottom of that ravine. Well, you all, I'm going to get off of here. There's my tent. One Tigris, 2 man. Me and Star's going to sleep in it tonight. We'll see you all later. Love others the best you can. Never stop dreaming. Those of you that showed up, thank you, thank you, thank you from the bottom of my heart. If you're new here, give us a like, give us a subscribe. We bring a lot of adventure videos to you. We'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.